Pappas, and guys, when it comes to first cars, and the one that you guys have here is something that you don't hear a lot about. Do a lot of car stuff, obviously, and the first time that I had even heard of these, at least from somebody kind of explaining what it was, and it was somebody's first car. It was Will Power, number 12 in the IndyCar, the Verizon IndyCar Series. He's Australian, from Toowoomba, Australia is his hometown, and his first car was a Holden, and you guys share that distinction with him. Guys, welcome to WGN.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's see, Matt, let's talk a little bit about what you brought here today, and then if you can, and whoever wants to chime in on this, a little bit of the history of the Holdens, because as we think of kind of our big three here, it is one of those iconic, just giant car makers for Down Under, right?
Absolutely. Holden originally started in the late 2000s, from what I know, with the G8s and the GTOs. Mine's a 2015 though, so it's based on the same frame, pretty much the same engine. Mine is a 6.2 liter.
So basically, people
V8.
see it, they're thinking it's like a Chevy SS, like a Black Phantom, right?
Well, most of the time when people look at it, they think it's like a Malibu SS or an Impala SS, and that's where the confusion comes from. That it's built by Holden in Australia. Yes, it's an American car and has the Chevy badges on it, but it's nothing like an Impala or a Malibu.
And Rick, you're here with kind of a similar car, right? You've got one of those as well. But how does one get one? You know, I have a lot of commercials on around the Chicagoland area. I remember seeing an Al Piemonte Holden dealership. How do you get your hands on one of these? And why was it something that you thought was cool and that you wanted to get?
Well, the Chevy SS was never advertised by Chevy. I think they did a pretty poor job of advertising it, but you can get them from Chevy. They only made them from 2014 to 2017, and then they actually closed the Holden plant in Australia. So that's it for Holden. They actually went out of business. So why I bought the car was I like rear-wheel drive cars, and it's a pretty rare car. It's got a lot of power, and it's stick shift, which is hard to find in a four-door roomy car nowadays.
Well, there's a reason for that, Rick. It's because not a lot of you love it, you want it, but it's not something that a lot of people that are looking for the roominess of a four-door car are looking for a stick shift. So you found kind of a perfect match for yourself.
You can put the family in it and still have fun.
That's right. That's right. Tom Pappas is here as well. You've got a 2009 Holden. So tell us a little bit about it, and then I also wanted to hear, like, value-wise. It's something that's not that. It's got to be sort of rare, right? You only made so many of them. What does it cost, and where would someone get one if they saw yours and said, I got to have that?
Well, unfortunately, they only made that car for two years, and when I found out this car was from Australia, I decided I wanted to do something different. So I started researching it, and I started collecting parts from Australia, and it's a very rare car. I've done a lot of upgrades to it, and unfortunately, you can't buy this car anymore, new, because they discontinued it. But what I've done is just done a lot of, I bought a lot of parts from Australia, including the bumper, and so people are doing the full walk around, scratching their heads, wondering, what is this thing? And so it's great to have all these cars out here in performance, but to me, it's about being different, and it's a very fun car to drive. I've done a lot of upgrades, and I think it's really amazing, the compliments I get from Facebook from Australia. They're like, nice job, mate. I put this car back to one of their cars, and I think they're just as big as cars as we are, because they post a lot of stuff from Australia.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on accents, but I noticed that I don't think that you guys are from Australia. When I got a chance to talk to IndyCar driver Will Power before the Indianapolis 500, he had mentioned that he had gotten that car, and it was kind of like a regular. It wasn't necessarily a family car, but it certainly wasn't a sports car. And he souped it up, but he said he hotted it up. And so that's something that you see that they're appreciating with what you're doing as well.
You can do a lot with these cars. Stock, it was pretty great, but I've done a lot of upgrades, and when I'm driving, it's pretty scary because people are all around me trying to figure out what it is because of the badging. So to me, it's about being different, and it's a fun car to drive, and it's just it's an amazing car.
And so before we let you guys go, what is the what's the fascination with Australia? Is it something specifically about the car? If this car was made in either New Zealand or Tasmania, would you be trying to get it too? So is it all about the car, or is it about the people love things from Australia?
Well, guys, what do you think?
It's about the car for me. I wanted rear-wheel drive, and I wanted a manual trans. So
Chevy hasn't made a rear-wheel drive car in what they say, like 22, 25 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And they came out with this, and when I went to the dealership and I saw this thing, I just fell in love with it. And I was sold on it. I didn't even test drive the car when I bought it. I shook the guy's hand and knew that I was buying a mint car.
Man, you are a trusting soul. But we need more of those people, and I think that's one of the things, the good salt of the earth people that are here, either residents of Des Plaines or visitors to Des Plaines. So, guys, thanks so much for coming up here, sharing your car. Good luck today.
Thank you
for some of the trophies that are coming up. And do you guys have a car club or anything that you guys are together? You want to give the website out for people who want to get fit by the Holden bug?
We have a Facebook page, the Chicago Holden Connection, and more than welcome. Just
We do a lot. We do cruises. It's a great group of people. It's like family, and come out with us, and we'll show you a good time.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to have local NHRA personality TJ Zizzo driving for the Rust-Oleum car. He's going to be up here to talk a little bit about the inner workings of the NHR world, what it's like to go 300 plus miles an hour, and as we get ready for the things going on at Route 66, we'll talk with that. Plus, we're going to have a few other cars that are represented here at the Bumper to Bumper Car Show as well, and hopefully we'll get Dave Pate, the owner of the 1970 Hemi Cuda, that is here to talk a little bit about his journey with that car from, I think, 1970 as well. So a quick break. We'll be back right after this. 312-981-7200 to add your thoughts, your favorite car, your first car, your dream car, or any kind of thoughts for Happy Father's Day as well. Guys, want to wish anyone Happy Father's Day really quick, super quick?
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my boys are Nick, 28, and Joey, 24.
Matt, any kids? Or to your dad?
I've got two boys, and to Dad up there, thank you, and Happy Father's Day. Great, miss you.
Happy Father's Day to my dad. He's watching down right now.
Quick break. We'll be back right after this. It's On the Road.